On this week's Cars.com's On the Road, get the results of our SUV roundup. Take a ride in a distinctly British automobile. Get your questions answered by our expert. All this and more. So climb on in, because the show's about to start.
This is the Middletown scale, which is located in 91, right off of 91, Interstate 91 in Middletown. The operation here is being run by the Connecticut State Police Truck Squad. By law, every single commercial operator is obligated to enter the scale, to be examined, to have the vehicle weighed. There are vehicles that are pulled in here where operators have been driving over the allotted 10 hours that they're allowed to drive by law. They're falling asleep, they're losing control of their vehicles, they're causing crashes. Some vehicles are allowed to haul as much as 80,000 pounds. When they put 90, 100, 110,000 pounds, that's a danger to everyone.
Some of the worst equipment violations that I've seen have centered around brakes. We also have issues with frames, tire violations, namely tires that are completely flat or even in some cases missing. Right now in the scale house, what they're doing is checking the weight of the truck and the trailer in combination and separately. If it's a weight violation, we have to leave the truck on the scale so that we can get a printout of the weight violation. If it's a driver violation or another vehicle violation such as equipment, what we'll do is get some paperwork here and then bring them over and park them and then go into a more in-depth investigation.
This driver here has a problem because the federal regulations state that you have to be current to your last duty change as far as his logbook, and he hasn't touched his logbook in 2.5 days. Part of the purpose of the logbook is to show me how many hours he's driven, how many hours he's rested. So I basically have no idea what he's done for the past 2.5 days. So I'm gonna do a full inspection on him, and he's also gonna be placed out of service for 10 hours. Okay, start it up. Turn on your high beams. Rock your steering wheel for me, back and forth, short little movements. Can you do your windshield wipers for me? How about your horn? Hit the brake. Release. Hoses are rubbing together and actually rub the flat spot onto the side of one of the air hoses that goes to the brake chamber. There are some violations though as far as the brake hoses rubbing together. His main problem is going to be his logbook. The main thing is he's not going to make his load today.
What we're after the violators, the road drivers, and in doing so, there are times when troopers will come across narcotics, weapons.
Some of the crazier things are probably falsified documents.
We've had virtually every kind of criminal activity that you can imagine. These troopers are actually saving lives.
Hi, I'm Patrick Olson.
And I'm Lindsay Beauregard, and here's the news this week for Cars.com.
We recently took 7 three-row SUVs and put them to the test with our friends from USA Today and Motor Week. We were looking for the best one that's at $37,000 or less. In judging the SUVs, we looked at the combination of driving quality, features, and family friendliness. The contenders were the 2012 Chevy Traverse, the 2012 Dodge Durango, the 2012 Ford Explorer, the 2012 Honda Pilot, the 2012 Kia Sorento, the 2011 Mazda CX-9, and the 2011 Toyota Highlander. These are the 3 SUVs that fared the best.
Coming in third was the 2011 Mazda CX-9 Grand Touring. Some of the things we liked were the CX-9's sporty driving and rich interior. One of our judges rated it as the best in terms of braking.
In second place was the 2012 Chevy Traverse. We liked the Traverse's quiet, smooth ride and interior space. The sliding seats to get to the third row, as well as the easy-to-access cup holders and backdoor armrests, made the Traverse very kid-friendly.
And the winner of our shootout was the 2012 Honda Pilot. Things we liked about the Pilot included its roominess, storage space, and electronic features. We liked the large LCD screen in the center console that came loaded with great iPod integration, Bluetooth audio, and a DVD player in back for the kids.
To see the complete results of our shootout, check out Cars.com. After months of speculation, Chevy has confirmed that the next generation Colorado midsize pickup truck will indeed be built and sold here in the U.S. The first version of this new pickup is launching in Thailand, with other regions around the globe to follow. The current generation Colorado will be produced through the 2012 model year in Shreveport, Louisiana, but that assembly plant is scheduled to close soon. The Colorado is rumored to be U.S. bound amid reports of GM's huge manufacturing investments to build a new pickup truck platform in the Wentzville, Missouri plant. Details about the powertrain were not yet given, but according to PickupTrucks.com, we can expect the cab configurations and drivetrain options to mimic the current production modeling. Chevy says that product details, timing, and pricing will all be announced later.
The Nissan Leaf has shown how far technology has come in terms of making an electric vehicle feel like a real car. But one obstacle still remains: charging times. It currently takes 8 hours to charge a Leaf completely using a 240-volt charging plug. Direct current charging can shave that time down to 30 minutes. Nissan says it's now working on a charger that can fill up the Leaf's battery cells in about 10 minutes, according to the New York Daily News. Researchers at Kansai University in Japan say they found a way to boost charging rates by changing the charging unit. Researchers say commercializing the technology is still 10 years out, but if this technology can be mastered, quick charging could have a huge impact on the commercial success of electric vehicles.
Anyone who's driven the BMW 6 Series Coupe or convertible will tell you that the car was lacking neither style nor power. Nevertheless, for 2012, in a major redo, BMW has added to both style and horsepower. The result is a new 6 Series that is larger, sleeker, and definitely has more visual appeal. The wheelbase has been stretched by 3 inches. Overall length and width are also up. 2 body styles are offered, a coupe and this fabric top convertible that offers exceptional sound abatement and insulation from temperature extremes when the top is raised. Lowering the top takes just seconds and can be done at speeds up to 25 miles per hour. In addition, the driver can raise the rear window with the top down to serve as a wind deflector, or the rear window can go down with the top up for more ventilation. The standard engine is a 4.4-liter V8 and it's turbocharged, though you'd never know it from the instant throttle response. Ratings are 400 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. Performance is effortless and blazingly fast. 0 to 60 takes just 4.9 seconds. Buyers have their choice of a new 8-speed automatic or 6-speed manual transmission. The ride is usually firm but absorbent, and the body structure is exceptionally solid. However, some sharp bumps we encountered with this car, equipped with the 20-inch performance tires, hammered their way into the passenger cabin. The shocks are electronically controlled, and the driver has a choice of ride and handling characteristics. The front seats can be power adjusted 20 ways, according to BMW. We lost count, so we'll take BMW's word for it. The seats are low, which may hinder entry for some people, but once in, everyone should find them all day comfortable. BMW boasts that they've added legroom to the 2-passenger rear seat, but it's hard to tell. The back seat is best reserved for very small children, pets, and parcels. Legroom is practically non-existent with the front seat set for 6-footers. Though the BMW 650i is big on the outside, it's not so big inside. Driving this new 650i is a treat. This is no sports car, it's simply too big and heavy, but it is a great grand tourer with excellent steering feel, great balance and grip in turns, and very strong brakes.
There's a new era in automobiles. It's the new Motoramic Chevrolet. What's new? Everything. 43 distinctively different interior styling choices. New fabrics, new colors, new treatments, and a whole new design in bodies by Fisher. This new design provides great new strength, rigidity, and roominess. New 4-fender visibility with the big new sweep sight windshield and total glass area increased more than 18%. A revolutionary new ride plus new power. The new Chevrolet Turbo Fire V8 engine and 2 new Blue Flame 6s. It's the new Motoramic Chevrolet.
My name is John Holt and I'm the President and CEO of Nutmeg State Federal Credit Union, and since I've been here, one of the things that I'm most proud of is what we can do to help the member finance their auto loan and find a car or a truck. We've really specialized in auto loans, and we have put a statement out there that we will guarantee them at least 1% off their current auto loan rate with someone else. On top of that, we know that members oftentimes don't like to go to a dealership and haggle back and forth with the dealers. It makes them uncomfortable. So we have a car buying service here that will help them find the car that they want, the make, the model, the year, and it will be personally delivered to them where they work or where they live. And we can even find things like the color they want, the kind of car that they want. So we encourage our members to talk with us when they're in the market for a car, and in particular when they're in the market for an auto loan.
We are known for our great rates on loans, both home equity and car loans. Our rates are as low as 2.75 with terms up to 72 months. We customize all of our loans to meet your needs.
We refer to people that open accounts with us as our members. If you apply for a loan, which you can apply online, you can call us or visit any of our branches, we will give you your decision within minutes, and you can even fund the loan within minutes.
We specialize in saving people lots of money. We have great, fast, friendly service, and we customize every loan to meet your budget. It's really easy, and you'll get fast, friendly service.
So if you're on the road and you're in a car and you're driving a car and you're thinking that you need a new auto loan, a new car, you want to refinance your auto loan, now you know how Nutmeg State Federal Credit Union can save you money.
How do I know what the correct tire pressure that I should use is? Does it change with the seasons?
When it comes to tire pressures, what you measure here is determined by what's printed on the placard that's applied to the vehicle by the vehicle manufacturer. That will outline the proper tire pressures, and you're likely to find it on the driver's door jamb, inside the trunk lid, or sometimes on the inside of the door that covers the gas cap. Usually the tire pressures remain the same year-round, but one thing does change with the changing of the seasons. For every drop of 10 degrees in the exterior temperature, you will expect to lose 1 pound in tire pressures. So you've got to keep checking throughout the year.
What is the best way to handle a check engine status light?
When the check engine light comes on, it's because the engine management system has discovered that there's something wrong under the hood, something that will adversely affect the emissions performance of the car. Now, that can also affect drivability, and it can reduce fuel economy, and if it's left unrepaired, it can lead to bigger bills down the road. So when that check engine light comes on, you want to get the car in for service. And the first thing the technician is likely to do is attach a computer interface to the car to determine what trouble codes are stored in the engine management system. That will dictate the direction that repairs will take. One thing, though, that you want to remember: when the check engine light comes on, get the car in for service as quickly as possible. It will save money in the long run.
I read that it saves gas to drive with the windows down only when going 45 miles per hour or less. Is that true?
Windows up or windows down? That's always the question. Undoubtedly, on today's aerodynamic cars, you're going to increase drag, which reduces fuel economy, when you open the windows. And the effect gets worse as speeds climb. So the question often is asked, is it more economical to drive with the windows closed and the air conditioning on in the summertime, or with the windows open at highway speeds? And the answer here is, it's hard to tell, because every car is shaped a little bit differently. Generally speaking, air conditioning takes more fuel than the drag that you will encounter when you lower the windows, but that may not be the case in your car, so it could be worth some experimentation. One thing is certain: at speeds under 30 miles per hour, the aerodynamic drag factor is minuscule, so you really don't have to worry about it.
I've always thought it would be a good idea if you could keep all sorts of information about your car in one location. Say when you're doing fill-ups and you want to keep track of your gas mileage. You need to keep track of the mileage that you drive on trips. When you want to do your maintenance. It'd be silly if you wanted to do all that and put it into a diary and have that in your front seat. Who would keep track of it that way? Well, you're already carrying a smartphone. When you're doing your fill-ups, when you're driving in your car, you've got your smartphone with you. I found an app for you to check out in which you can do exactly that. It's called Grease Monkey, Now, Grease Monkey, they spell it funny, G-R-E-A-S-E-M-U-N-K-Y, not with an O. So when you're checking it out in the iTunes store, make sure that you spell it right. One thing, if you go to the iTunes store to check it out, that you'll find is that it's listed as a free app. The reality is you're going to spend about $3 for this app. Once you unlock this app and all of its features, what you'll find you can do is you can type in the fuel when you do a fill-up. You can keep track of how much you paid, what your mileage was, and what it will do is it'll allow you to run a report so that way you can see exactly what your gas mileage is as you're driving down the road. Other things that you can do is you can check out your repairs, keep track of your repairs. You can actually set up a maintenance schedule in here so that way it pops up little reminders when you need to do an oil change or those sorts of things. Hey, for $3, it's an easy download right to your iPhone, which you're bringing with you anyway, so now you can keep track of all of that information in just one place.
Hi, I'm Joe Weisenfelder with Cars.com. We're looking at a 2012 Bentley Continental GT. Now this is a 2012. The last time they sold this car was a 2010. That's because they redesigned it completely. This is a car that starts at $190,000. As tested, our car is $217,000. To the casual observer, the styling might not seem that different, but there are some changes. The grille is a little bit more upright. Actually, a little criticism, I still think it looks a little bit cheap and plasticky. I've said it about Jaguar, I've said it about Bentley before. Grills tend to be plastic, they don't have to look that way. Now there are also new LED daytime running lights here, and some other subtle changes to the headlights. Now in the previous generation, 19-inch wheels were standard and 20s were optional. In this one, 20-inch wheels are standard. Our test car has 21s. You would think that might make it ride poorly. Actually, rides pretty nicely. Some of the other changes include more creases, cut lines in the car itself. I think it actually makes a big difference. Makes the car look a little bit less like the world's fastest bar of soap. Now the interior was updated as well. One of the things we complained most about in the previous generation was an outdated navigation and control system with real buttons on either side of a display. Now it's a touchscreen, much better, but not perfect. I'll show you why. There are a lot of delays. When you hit a button, the screen comes up, then you hit another button on the menu, it waits a second, then it beeps, and then it goes to what you wanted in the first place. Not ideal. Now usually I enjoy running off a list of extremely expensive options on cars like this. This time around our test car has like an option package that hides everything. Very clever, Bentley. One thing I can point out though, things like contrast stitching here, $1,800. You want more stitching? Thousands more. The 2012 is also a better driving car than the previous generation. I think it feels lighter, and that's for a few different reasons. For one thing, more power. That it has a 6-liter that puts out 567 horsepower that it sends to all four wheels. So all that power gets there, 0 to 60 comes in about 4.5 seconds. A second reason is that the car actually has lost some weight, about 150 pounds, which it counts. And the third reason is the all-wheel drive now sends more power to the rear than the front, which really helps you balance the car when you power out of a turn. It just makes the car feel much lighter than it is. Now with the redesign also comes more backseat legroom. It's largely because of a redesign of the front seat. When you flip the backrest forward, it motors out of your way automatically. Once you're seated, there's a nice rocker switch here to move the seat back. I'm 6 feet tall. I have enough headroom. Legroom's decent enough to give the person in front some space. The improvement, I'll take it. Now unfortunately there's been a slight decrease in the trunk volume, about a half a cubic foot to 12.6 cubic feet. Calm down, you can still fit your golf clubs in there. For more details on the driving and all other aspects of the Continental GT, see my full review at Cars.com.
Presenting the 2010 Toyota RAV4. This RAV4 still has less than 35,000 on the odometer. It has four-wheel drive capabilities, a durable automatic transmission, and a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine. Top features include remote keyless entry, skid plates, rear wipers, and cruise control. All this value is priced under $22,000. Check it out today. Prepare to really enjoy this 2009 Toyota Venza. With less than 30,000 miles on the odometer, this four-door sport utility vehicle prioritizes comfort, safety, and convenience. It features a front-wheel drive platform, an automatic transmission, and a 3.5-liter V6 engine. Top features include power windows, power trunk closing assist, remote keyless entry, airbags, and traction control. All this for under $24,000. Take a look at the 2007 Toyota Camry Solera. This two-door, four-passenger convertible still has less than 70,000 miles on it. It features front-wheel drive, an automatic transmission, and a 3.3-liter six-cylinder engine. It also includes leather upholstery, heated seats, front fog lights, a power convertible roof, and much more. Priced under $18,000. It won't last long. Here's the 2008 Toyota Tacoma. This two-door, three-passenger truck still has less than 10,000 on the odometer. It features a standard transmission, rear-wheel drive, and an efficient four-cylinder engine. Enjoy the ride with a four-speaker CD stereo system. Other features include cruise control, cloth interior, anti-lock brakes, and air conditioning. Priced under $16,000. It won't last long.